Thank you very much for this introduction. Of course, I'm very much inspired by your story representing, in fact, the older generation, but this is also, of course, expecting a lot from the new generation. But okay, that's also inspiring, of course. I will do my best. Well, the central message I want to put down is that Schumann's quest for the common interest was based on an awareness of shared values. If and when we go back to this out of love for others and hope for a better world, Europe may look at its future expectantly. But this is, in fact, my central message. And I'll work it out now. Today, it's clear now, it's your day. You should be happy about this. It remembers 1950, when the French Foreign Minister of Affairs, Robert Schuman, expressed a declaration, you have read it, that forms the basis of the current European Union. In this declaration, Schuman proposed to place the Franco-German production of coal and steel under a common authority, so that any war between the two countries became not merely unthinkable but materially impossible. Italy and the Benelux countries joined in this effort, which resulted in the European Coal and Steel Community in 1951. Schuman and the other founding fathers of the EU were driven by idealism and the quest for common interest. This is not to say that national interest had no role to play. To the contrary, the European integration process enabled the member states to recover economically and politically in the aftermath of the Second World War. They were aware of this very well. Yet, at the start of the integration process, idealism and national interest did not exclude but coincide with each other. The European common interest corresponded with national interest. At the moment, the situation is completely different. Schumann's idealism and quest for common interest have faded away. National interests predominate. For example, in the euro crisis, many European politicians and citizens turn away from the weak lay brothers of the eurozone. And to the extent that politicians help them, this is mainly out of self-interest. We see this with Greece and Portugal and Ireland. And in the other area, as regards immigration policy, France and Italy have proposed to reintroduce border controls to protect themselves from African refugees, while other member states look at the other side. This is all the more painful in the light of the special responsibility of Europe for Africa that Schuman saw in his declaration. So national interest may have been important from the beginning. Without the realization of the common interest, the European integration process has no future. This is the rationale of the European project. If each one looks only at himself, there is in the end no reason to look at the other, let alone to care for the other. The way in which the Union deals with the weak within and outside its borders is therefore a true test case for the European project. So how can this common interest again be put in front? I think by going back to our common values on which the common interest can be based. Various traditions have contributed to European culture, in particular Greco-Roman culture, Christianity, Humanism with a capital H, and the Enlightenment. Although the labels used are in some cases different, these traditions give rise to a number of common values. I think there are 5 of them: freedom, equality, justice, community, and diversity. Although the question may be raised whether these values are specifically European, perhaps in combination they are, these are in any case values of Europe. And as appears from his writings, Robert Schuman was very well aware of these values and their Christian roots. Besides, they have got an increasingly prominent position in consecutive European treaties, and they are also featuring prominently in the Charter of Fundamental Rights of the EU. But the crucial question, I think, is in which way are these values interpreted and put into practice? The various traditions, for the greater part, share the same values, but apply them in a different way. And this is dependent on one's view of man. The Enlightenment and also Romanticism have contributed to the emergence of the modern, individualistic view of man. This view of man found broader acceptance ever since the end of the 1960s. It considers man as an autonomous being that does not need God or others to be himself. Instead of to God, man devotes his life to other authorities or gods. And the I comes in the place of others. Now, Christianity faces this prevailing individualistic view of man with a relational view of man. God's love for us forms the basis. God is relational on the inside. God is love. And he consists of three persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, forming a community that perfectly expresses that love. Man is created in the image of God. Man is just as God, a relational being. This relationality has both a vertical and a horizontal dimension, which is expressed in the two great commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. As a response to God's love, we are able to love God, our fellow man, and creation. We are and become ourselves within loving relationships with others. The image of God expresses itself in these three relations: being a child of God, a neighbor to our fellow man, and the Lord over creation. And our relation to creation can be seen as a derivation from our vertical relation with God and horizontal relation with other human beings. The three relations are constituent for being human. Through developing these three relations, we become fully human, finding the good life. Now,